And I just want to tell you, Lefty, out of the 4 people, I do think that Lefty Gunplay can be the superstar to take. Most people are not gangsters. Most people are not cholos. Most people are not Mexicans. Most people are not Latinos. You got to be relatable and not just to your own community if you want to elevate to a higher level. You feel me? Top 4 Los Angeles, baby. Pocho 1. I got you. OGZ, Lefty, Peso, and Swifty. The top 4 Los Angeles, baby. Let's go. Hey, what do you do? What it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho, one of the Pocho Live podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. Today, what are we talking about? The battle for Los Angeles. Who is the dopest rapper in LA? We could say Latino rapper, Chicano rapper, brown rapper, Mexican rapper, even though some of these fools ain't Mexican, or just rapper, because I do think today we are thinking that LA is run by Mexicans. Real quick, a long time ago on the Food Community Podcast, I did say that that LA was run by homies, and I do think that we are getting to a place, people. We are getting to a place where the rap game is getting run by Mexicans. Now, I'm not saying that we're there yet. We are not there yet. We are getting close. Recently, RBL was on the Hater World. Shout out to him. He was even saying that he would work with anybody down here if they're good. So RBL is starting to notice that there are some Chicano rappers that are breaking the mold of that old cholo big. I mean, I used to wear size 40 pants. You feel me? Solos, Frisco Bands, Ben Davis, Dickies. But at a certain point, we got to leave the 90s in the 90s. I know the 90s was an amazing time. Trust me, I was there. Today, we're going to be talking about these Chicano rappers, these Latino rappers, these brown rappers, these LA rappers, bro, on the brown side that are taking over LA. And I really believe that Los Angeles is getting, like, the LA rappers are getting their respect now. On the brown side, always been black rappers running LA. Recently, though, with these 4 men that we're going to talk about today, I do think that we might have something. And I don't know who out of these 4 is going to do it, but I want to talk about it. I've been watching all 4 of these vatos. I've interacted with Swifty. I interacted with Lefty, as you know. I haven't interacted with OGZ, and I've talked to Peso a little bit. You feel me? Everybody knows that Peso was my favorite rapper. I know I'm saying was. It's not that he's not, but can he take it all the way? I don't know. We're going to talk about that today. OGZ is somebody that's killing the game, that's already kind of out there. Can he remain on top and stay on top and kind of keep going to Japan and having kids in Japan say his rap lyrics and things like that? Can he keep that? Swifty Blue started before all these guys, I'd say probably him and OGZ, and he has kept, himself in the media, and he can really rap. So he's stayed relevant. He's staying on podcasts. He's staying doing unique things. He stayed trolling people. He stayed saying, apologizing to the North. He stayed going back and forth with his enemies or his friends, his frenemies. You know what I mean? So I do think that all 4 of these guys, Lefty, OGZ, Peso, and Swifty, have what it takes to take it to the next level. We could say OG's already there. Will he remain there? And then lastly, I want to speak about who out of these 4 can remain at the top, because I actually think that OGZ might be able to do it, but there's one other person I think that can actually take it all the way. So, again, everybody, LA's been cracking for the last couple of years. I'd say a little bit before the pandemic. Latino rappers started to really come up in the game. The bloggers, podcasters, everybody started supporting the Latino community, the Latino rappers. I'm not going to lie, shout out to the food community. If it wasn't for them, none of this would have happened. A lot of this wouldn't happen. They put on a lot of people, I have to say. They put on Money Sign Suede. They put out Peso. I mean, both of those people have said that they helped. I mean, Swifty went crazy, through the food community. And I'd say OGZ was already, like I said, kind of already on top. He didn't need the food community. You know what I mean? He's like, what's our homegirl from San Jose, the female that said that she doesn't want the food community to post any of her stuff. So first, we're going to talk about Swifty Blue, the southern side, not the other side. Swifty Blue has been in the game for a long time. I want to look back and see one of his first records, but he was the first guy out of these 4 people that I was like, whoa, who is this dude? And I remember seeing him first when he was helping out the the street vendors, you feel me, in Los Angeles. He had a big old blue rag on his head, and he said, if you're gonna come out here and mess with you're gonna mess with us. And he had a strap, and he was supporting these brown people, and he wasn't going against black people, but he was just saying, like it was kind of like this assumption that he was standing up for brown people, not just against black people, but against anybody that would come for them. Sadly, in this community, there's only Mexicans and blacks, really. So, of course, 50% of the people that might do crime are black. So, I don't think it was a black thing. It was just a poverty thing. But he let it be clear that Latinos were going to stick up for Latinos. And I thought that was dope. Then he follows up with just, southern side, not the other side. He starts dissing the homies. He starts doing all kinds of things. And then he quickly knows that he can diss certain things, but you can't diss everything, bro, because everybody eventually will come for you. And fools get tired of that. You got to have a reason for it. So he apologizes to the North, gets a deal with Gold Toes, and moves forward. They hate on him, and he keeps pushing forward. I don't even know if they ever did like a real deal, but at least he tried. You feel me? We tried. All you can do is try. If fools aren't ready, it is what it is. But he has pushed himself. He has separated himself from all the others besides these four other men. There's nobody besides these four guys on this list. The only people that can compete with Swifty is OGZ, Lefty, and Peso. There's other people, Roddy Rax, Bravo the Bag Chaser, and he's real popular, but it's like, I don't know, he's not hitting them with it, you know what I mean? He's not staying extremely relevant, even though I listen to Bravo the Bag Chaser. Something about I didn't grow up on Similac. I grew up on Mud. I didn't grow up on Similac or something. Oh my God, bro. That full Bravo can go. But I don't think that he's in this four. He top four Los Angeles, baby. Pocho 1. I got you. OGZ, Lefty, Peso, and Swifty. The top four Los Angeles, baby. Let's go. Has done all that. He worked with Chito Ranas. I would say he actually put Chito Ranas on, really, honestly. I know Chito was always doing his thing in Sacramento, but he brought him down to LA. He vibed him out. He got him all, I think he also, honestly, taught him how to dress, because Swifty Blue does know how to dress, respect to his fashion. I think it's important, if you're going to be a rap superstar, that you got to know how to dress. And I'm sorry, Chito, but before Swifty, you were a paisa, bro, wearing cowboy hats and button-down shirts, and you know what I mean? You actually looked a little better fat. I swear to God, when fools get slim thick, it looks funny, bro. Shout out to Chito, though. He does do probably some of the best music out of all these guys, but he's from Sacramento, not from LA. So we're talking about LA today. But the other thing about Swifty is he does good music. You cannot deny it. You got to have good music. I'd say, Lefty probably makes the worst music out of these four people, but Lefty's probably the most viable to go mainstream, and that's the music industry. But Swifty really raps. He really understands hip hop culture and the elements of hip hop, and he really applies it. Like when he did Letter to My Ops, that was a hip hop diss. He even said it, and he really disses everybody in the streets and in the hip hop community. And I think that's dope. He merges it, but he keeps it hip hop, keeps it banging on wax. He even talks about it in podcasts that he needed to stir it up a little bit like he does, and he did. Some people responded, most people did it. So that also is kind of like if people aren't responding to you, it kind of feels like they're trying to say that you're not relevant. But I still think that Swifty's super relevant. I think he's also smart to stay going on podcasts, stay going on vlogs, apologizing to the North, like I said, so that he can move around again, and anybody else that he might have offended at that time, and just pushing forward. So right now where we stand is Swifty has good numbers, good music, stays relevant. And I'm not going to get into, a lot of these podcasters get into numbers and all these things. I'm not going to do that, bro, because numbers can be manipulated now, and Spotify, all that, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about impact and good music. I should make a whole little thing like Icon did, but I'm too lazy for that. Impact. Who is going to impact the culture the most? That's the most important part of all this, with the best music that other people can respect. And these four people, I think, can do it. And Swifty is the first on that list. And him and OGZ has been doing it the longest and has opened up doors for countless people. And that's another thing, that Swifty put people on, like Chito. He helped Money Sign Suede. I never say his name right. He helped him get on. He helped Peso get on. That's when that you're kind of like at a higher level. You're putting people on now. You feel me? Eminem put 50 on you. 50. You feel me? You 50 me. You feel me? So when you put Dr. Dre put Eminem on, you know what I mean? Like this is that part of being a superstar is putting people on, and it's an honor to see this Vato put fools on and then diss them and then them diss them back because recently Swifty has been going back and forth with Peso, and we'll talk about Peso in the next section of why I think he's my favorite rapper, but I don't know if he can make it all the way to superstar status. But everybody, I would like you to let me know what you think about Swifty, if he can make it all the way to superstar status, if the black community would support him, or if you think he's just basically going to be a regional superstar, kind of always popular in the Latino community, but never can really bridge the gap with black people, with white people, with Asian people. And I do think that the reason why I say Swifty probably will not be the winner of this fort is he's still sticking to gang politics, and being a gangster and a southerner. And while he tries to open up, it's not enough to become a superstar. Remember, everybody, most people are not gangsters. Most people are not cholos. Most people are not Mexicans. Most people are not Latinos. You got to be relatable and not just to your own community if you want to elevate to a higher level. You feel me? I wouldn't want to start talking about all these other random things that have nothing to do with me until I master my niche. You feel me? Which I have not, because I'm not trying that hard, but I'm just having a little bit of fun. Everybody else has these studios and getting all serious, man. I literally pop from my house, jump in here real quick, spit some words, throw some pictures on, and post it to YouTube, bro. One day I might get more serious, but for now, I'm just enjoying, interacting with the culture and trying to add a little value and and trying to be the voice of reason. But let's move on. So again, I'm sorry, last name was Swifty. Great music, great impact. One of the originators of the new class of rappers, can really rap, can really diss, can really podcast, great personality, fashion statement. He has it all, but he's holding on to the gang politics, and that is what in the end will hold him back from becoming a superstar. So out of the four, we lose one already. Bye bye, Swifty. I swear to God, everybody that disses us loses. Next on the list, we're gonna jump back and forth, back and forth. Oh, Jeezy. Oh, Jeezy coming out of what? East Hollywood, Phoenix flexing. He's kind of like King Little G and Drummer Boy. They started a whole new movement out there in Hollywood. It was like a mix of hip hop, skater, West LA vibes, because it had a lot of West LA vibes in it, because a lot of Chicanos on the West Side are skaters. They live by the ocean. They go surfing. And that's what I loved about OGZ is he brought this whole new like LA man, LA Chicano, LA Mexican, LA boy, like being a boy in Los Angeles, man, being raised in Los Angeles. You're everything. Even if you're a gangster, you usually were a skater before. You could have been a rocker. You could have been a punk. You could have been a lot of cholos I know didn't even want to be a cholo. You feel me? They just fell into it because somebody got smoked and they wanted to back them up, or something happened in their family. But why I like OGZ is he's so relatable to all LA kids that didn't join gangs, that are taggers, that grow up, with skateboards and like designer clothes and smoking and like trying to rap and be, fleek and be saucy and wet. You feel me? And have and say something in a whole the world's trying to hold you down. OGZ stood up and created a whole new way with Phoenix flexing. And even when they broke up, bro, OGZ I never really heard him diss him. I never heard Flex and diss him. They are two people that you should look towards to when you break up or you need some space. You don't got to diss each other. You don't got to hate on each other. Just keep pushing, and eventually your little spheres will come back to each other. And what happened? Boom, they're making music again, and they're making great music. So shout out to OGZ and Feeding Flip. I would say out of the four, OGZ right now has the biggest potential to be the one superstar that takes Latinos out of here. You feel me? Out of this universe, so that we're all the same. Where it's just when people just say rappers, LA rappers, they don't distinguish between Chicano rappers and black rappers and this and that. It's just LA rap, baby. LA rap. And yes, was really turned on by this music. I lived in LA from 2001 to 2016 with about 2 years break in San Francisco and Oakland, maybe 3-year break. So from 18 to 30 something, 33 years old, I was in Los Angeles, that little break, and it affected me a lot. The music, the people, all of it. And then when I was living there, it was all Chicano rap. The only person that I might listen to was Conejo and King Little G later, maybe, but probably not, bro. I'm still just listening to Tupac most of the days. You feel me? But They were doing something out here, but it wasn't my thing, the whole Chicano rap, it was not my thing. I'm a northerner, I'm not really into all that, you feel me? I was like, this is like op music, but we didn't call it ops then. But OGZ, King Little G, all these guys came with rap that was relatable, that everybody could listen to, that black people could respect, that all LA kids could just bump while they're on their skateboards, while they're taking the bus, because LA got a horrible bus system while they're taking the subway downtown. You feel me? They can listen to somebody that's like them. So OGZ is right now has the most potential to become the one in Los Angeles. At this moment, though, he just did a song with Lefty Gunplay and it went up. And honestly, it went up because of him. Lefty did do a good job. I'm not going to take anything from Lefty. They both did sound like they were talking like me. They sound like what it is, what it was, what it's going to be. That's your boy, bro. They're taken from the Bay, but it's okay because OGZ has always respected the Bay. And that's another thing. OGZ respects the Bay. He respects Northern California. He respects Texas. He's not out here trying to funk with people. He got so big that he doesn't need the funk. That's when you know he's a real rap artist, when he doesn't need funk to get popular, that his music stands on its own. Stop it, bro. You know that you don't need this drama. That's the problem with Swifty. Swifty's music is good enough, but I think it's a little too gangster and a little too nichey. You feel me? OGZ, though. OGZ has a chance to take it to the top. He's already there. He's done songs with anybody that's popular right now. You can even in his confidence, how he sees, how he is, how he moves around. He's interacting with Mexican artists. You know what I mean? I could see him doing things with GOP, all of them, Regina, all of them, dog, all these people. He could do all kinds of things. See, because his music talks to the masses. He was just in Japan. They were singing his music. Lefty, Peso, and Swifty can't go to Japan and have people sing their music. And if it is, it's going to be like a crowd of 20, 30 people, respectfully. So right now, OGZ is the top tier rapper in Los Angeles. But can he take it all the way? I don't know, bro. I don't know. He's handsome, but is he as handsome and dynamic as Lefty? I don't know. Does he have enough personality as Lefty? I don't know, to kind of overcome, like to keep going, because the thing with a superstar is you got to have personality. You got to be able to move into other avenues like acting and podcasting and co-hosting and just going to like events and walkthroughs and everything. You got to have personality, and if you don't have that much personality, bro, eventually people are going to be like, let's just call Lefty, because he'll rap a couple songs, but he'll entertain us too. And OGZ will just rap and be cool in the cut, but Lefty will go out there and interact with the people. And that's the thing about Lefty, is he's like the people's champ. Even if he's like the Southern people's champ, he was relatable because he's off the hook. Now we'll talk a little bit more about Lefty. I don't want to get too much into him yet. But OGZ, again, dope music, dope style, dope fashion, relatable, LA style. Like, he has it all. Good looking enough. You feel me? Handsome enough. You do have to have a face card if you're gonna be a superstar. It's hard to be an ugly superstar. Sad to say. I'm sure there's some out there, but I'm saying, let's be honest, most of the superstars have been easy to look at, on the face piece. So shout out to OGZ. Moving on. Peso. Oh man, this little demon, bro. I love his music. He has respected the North. He said on that thing with Icon TV that he wouldn't do something with the North, but he respected Roddy Rax for doing something, that's being open to do something with the North. He said that was big. And I thought that was dope that he was even open to say that it's cool that Roddy does it. Maybe I won't do it, but hey, if Roddy's doing it, that's cool. Do your thing, my boy. Handle your business. You feel me? And I respect that about Peso. So salute Peso for at least opening your mouth to say something positive, even though you're not ready to work with somebody from up north. At least you didn't diss the homies that are. And that's a step in the right direction and open-mindedness, and somebody that could be a superstar with that kind of open-mindedness. Again, this guy's music is probably some of the best. It's right up there. I mean, some of it's better than Swifties, and some of Swifties is better than his. They're very easy to compete. Peso has better music than Lefty Gunplay, but Peso doesn't. It's not as as handsome, as tall, as sex appeal as Lefty or OGZ for that matter. But his music is off the hook. Recently, Swifty Blue kind of pulled his card, saying basically that he didn't have a lot of street credibility. He grew up in a neighborhood that is run by another gang that he's not part of now. He's part of a gang that I'm not going to get into his gangs, but he lived in a neighborhood that had a gang presence, and he didn't go for it. And he went with I can say it's open. He went with the Playboys. And I think it's because his dad was a Playboy, and his thing, rest in peace, I think his dad got smoked. So rest in peace to his father. And so one thing I would just say that maybe he doesn't have the biggest street card. You feel me? And yeah, maybe he kind of like went to jail and but he's young, bro. Sometimes we get people. I mean, I got put on when I was like 10 and 12 and 15 or something around that. Maybe like 11 or I mean, he's that young, 11 and 15. So he's a little old for being part of a hood, but it is what it is. And I do think he got Mr. Keep It Hood there. He has some backup there. You feel me? The blackest essay ever. Shout out to him. And Peso makes the dopest music. It looks crazy with the old school, how he used to have the Edgar, and then just now with the big old chain. And just hard because he was already popular before he was on Playboys, and then he got into Playboys. And I could see going to jail, you got to kind of click up. And, sad to say, money didn't get out and sway. I mean, money swayed, didn't get out, and Peso got out. And maybe this is the way that he got out, by getting into something, you feel me? So he could stay safe. And it's not like a weird move. That's like a gangster move that happens in the streets every day, bro. A lot of people in the streets will make a mistake, go to jail, and then decide, you know what, I'm going to be from a hood so that I can get some protection and also some space to wiggle, and hey, I remember when I got put on, they're like, hey, bro, you're already from South Park. Why don't you just be from the hood? When they hit you up and when they ask you where you're from and you say South Park, they're still going to hit you up. So you might as well be it. I still remember it was a black Norteño from another gang with his first name was a L, one of the hardest black Norteños in Santa Rosa ever. I would say one of the hardest Norteños ever. But anyway, he told me that. So the same thing with Peso. He's probably like, hey, man, you're going to be with us anyway. You might as well rep with us. You feel me? The South Side in general, I mean. So that's what he did. So I don't have anything wrong with Peso getting into Playboys late or any of that. I do. And then, dude, if your father passed away in the street life, like, bro, you're part of this, or you have a little bit of credibility. Like 6ix9ine's dad passed away too, But that's I know it doesn't give you the credibility just because your daddy was a gangster, but it's in your blood, it's in you, it's not on you. So I think Peso has the right to be there. I do think that he'll never have the G card that some of these other guys do, like Lefty. And I do think that he's super nichey still, even though it's amazing and gets so much good music. I mean, so many views, but it's super nichey. He's definitely the master. I would say Swifty's the OG of the niche. Peso is the master and the highest like rapper of the niche. Lefty and OGZ can take it to superstar status though, but I don't think that Peso or Swifty can do it unless they don't have to like step away from their gangs, but step away from gang banging music and make more music for the ladies, music for lifestyle, LA, all that. If they can do that, Swifty and Peso can get back into the mold. So far we talked about Swifty, OGZ, Peso, right? Again, real quick, Swifty, good music, distance, stays in the hip hop culture, all that, was one of the first to do it. OGZ, already superstar status, kind of getting invited to big concert with Kendrick Lamar, only person to do that, rocking stages like that, is in Japan, having kids say his music. So right now, OGZ kind of is a superstar of our niche, but can he stay there? I don't know. You feel me? Peso, another amazing artist, came up in the game, super popular. Some people are hating on his G card, but I say if he's right there with his homies, he's good. Don't worry about that. I would worry about just making all this gangster music. Eventually, people are going to want to hear more. I do think that you could actually, I've seen you talk to women and like you got a little bit of game. I do think that you can still have some kind of sex appeal and holler at these ladies, maybe the younger ones in your area, you're in your age group, and make it ball out, bro. But if you just stay a pop-in ass playboy, I feel you, I respect it, but I don't know if you'll be a superstar. But last but not least, yes, I said not least, it's Lefty Gunplay. And yes, everybody, me and Lefty Gunplay have gone at it. He's from Baldwin Park. He did a bunch of time. I don't know how much time exactly. He came out, destroyed the game, and he was hitting everybody up. And again, he hit me up when he had like 7,000 followers. And I wanted to get him on the full community. They were not ready. Later on, they got him on. Later on, indicted. That's what happens. Once somebody gets popular, everybody wants them, I mean, him did a collab post where I talk about him, whatever. So I was in support of him in the beginning. Then he decided to just up and say F the Norte for some random reason. I still don't get why you did that. You didn't have to do the Swifty thing. You don't got to diss Texas. You don't got to diss Lefty. You're handsome. Your rapping is good enough. You're really from a gang. You're really from Baldwin Park. You're really from San Gabriel Valley. It might not be LA proper, but it's LA County. And everybody respects the San Gabriel Valley. If you're from Los Angeles, you respect San Fernando Valley and the San Gabriel Valley. Let's be honest. So you're from a legitimate hood that has respect, no matter how much we joke about tagging and all that. Salute to the kings, bro. You know it's all love, bro. King Cash is a dope artist, a dope human being. I never met him, but I can tell that vato has something inside him that he can offer the world something better than just gang banging. And I hope he does. And I think he is. So shout out to King Cash. But I do want to end with Lefty Gunplay. People, he's handsome, good music. I told you, I keep repeating myself. I know. Pause. No pause. He has personality. The women love him. He has enough personality. Like, he has a personality where you can be like a cool dick, you know, like he's a cool dick. You know, he's interacting with people from was it Miami, you know, like a reggaeton artist, and he's gonna do music with, you know, Mexican artists. And so I do think that even when they say his name now, they say superstar Lefty Gunplay. And I don't know if he's actually a superstar yet, but he is on his way. And if he keeps doing things like he just did with OGZ, he could do it, bro. The thing is that, like, he does a song with OGZ, 250,000 views in a day or some shit. But then he does a song about him and gangbanging and all that. And it's like 40, 50,000, you know, a day or something. And it's just like, so Lefty, you're close, but you could fall off. You're like right there, bro. You need to keep interacting with these big stars and start doing music that's about lifestyle, that's about women. Yes, you were a hardcore gangster, bro. Everybody knows that, but it's been played out over and over again. And I just want to tell you, Lefty, out of the 4 people, I do think that Lefty Gunplay can be the superstar to take all of us to the top of the universe, to take where Lefty could do something where they stop calling us Chicano rappers, Latino rappers, brown rappers, Mexican rappers. They just call us rappers, or LA rappers, or Bay Area rappers. Lefty could do it. All he needs to do is either apologize or just stop dissing the North, stop dissing people, bro, and focus on getting better at your music, managing your voice and your personality. I've had to manage my personality a little bit, right? And manage that so it's not so offensive, but also very charming. Work on your personality. I know it sounds funny, but work on it. You have it within you. I don't know if you're going to see this, but if you do, Lefty, you have it within you to take it to the top, and you probably feel that inside. So I don't know why you're holding back and like attacking all these people that don't even matter, bro. Respectfully, Northern California, Texas, all these people are not even, you don't even need to do that. Respectfully to Rico Too Smooth, he's not even on your level anymore. So why we even go back and forth with him? He probably raps 10 times better than you and would probably knock you out in a fight or working out. But that doesn't matter. We're here for the music, and that's a problem. Much love and respect. I do think that Lefty Gunplay could do it all. I want you to let me know in the comments below if Lefty is the superstar to do it, or the top 4. I know you thought that I was going to hate on him, but I'm a real podcaster that is transparent and honest. And I think regardless of him hating on me, regardless of him hating on the North, regardless of him hating on Texas or anybody else, even in LA, he hates on some, you know, he gets at people on his own side. Regardless of all that, regardless of bands going down and straight punishing you when it comes to hip hop, straight punishing you, Lefty. He punished you in hip hop. He punked you too, and he basically called you a punk, the P word. And yes, I know what that means in prison. He did that. He called you a shower shark, bro. But that doesn't change the fact that your numbers are bigger, respectively, than Bands, even though Bands is a better rapper than you. Your numbers are bigger than all these vatos. So why not act that way and go rise, bro? Stop dissing people. Work on your personality. Work on your music, because it's still not there yet. Be honest, even Blue Devil will admit to it. It's not there yet, but it could be. So keep working on it. And Lefty Gunplay could be the king of Los Angeles. Yes. I said it. And he's saying he's the face of LA, which is a little offensive to my boy Baldy Baldacci, which is the true face of Los Angeles. Let's be honest, and has been doing it longer than anybody. But maybe the new face, or like, you know, the face of San Gabriel Valley, or, you know, maybe the new king or the prince. Maybe he can be the prince. Hey Baldy, you gonna let Lefty be the prince of LA and you can be the face? I don't know. I know how you're feeling it. I mean, the thing with Baldy is he's from LA proper, the Florence and Firestone district, Firestone and Florence district. That's LA City, baby. That's the real Los Angeles, like Conejo. These are the vatos, man. I want to do interviews with these legends because they're the real kings. But there are some princes coming up. 4 princes coming up in Los Angeles. Swifty Blue, Peso, OGZ, and Lefty Gunplay. Now, who will be the king of LA? I asked you to comment below and let me know if it's Peso, Swifty, OGZ, or Lefty Gunplay. This is your boy Pocho One. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and support a real one in the field. Share this, bro. Like it, comment, let me know what you think. I don't even care if you're a hater. I won't even hate. I do have to stop responding so much because they started hating on me, saying that they're gonna take my account if I keep trolling you fools back. But much love to the real. I hate the hate and I support the real. This is your boy Pocho One, and I'm out.